Hello, Richard here from Erudite, and today we're going to be talking about animations within our user interfaces. Now, animations can help to create a really rich and engaging experience for our users as they're interacting with different elements. When they land on certain pages, it can really help engage and draw them into the experience. But we have to be careful that these animations are considered, ensuring that they add something to the experience that an otherwise static element wouldn't. Now, there really is so much that we can do with animation within our interfaces. It could be as the user scrolls, elements change, something like parallax, where the foreground and background move at different speeds. Or it could be when a user lands on a page, we have an animated video within a banner, something that perhaps tells a story or adds something to their experience that a static element couldn't. Now, we have to be sure that these elements and these animations really do add something to the user's experience, and we don't distract them, cause them to go down a bit of a rabbit hole, and perhaps lead them to leave our site without actually doing the thing that we want them to do. Why don't we have a look on the Erudite site and see how we use animation within our user interfaces? Okay, so here we have the Erudite website. Now, as a user lands on the site, we wanted something really impactful, something that's going to draw the users into this experience. So we obviously have a rocket taking off here. Now, we thought, how can we take this further? How can we really enrich that user's experience, engage them even further, and encourage that emotional connection that we all want our users to have with our brand? So we used a really simple parallax technique here that allows us to control the different layers within this illustration. So you can see here, as I scroll, the stars drop down behind the plume of smoke and the rocket moves up, suggesting that the rocket is animating and taking off. So a really nice technique to encourage users into the brand and to scroll down the page. Now, as I scroll down from this section, we see text animate in from the bottom. So we have a case study copy here, and then also the call to action. Now, this technique for animated text really helps to draw the user's eye down to the bottom of the screen whilst they're scrolling. So really helping to encourage them to engage with that next bit of text, but also to encourage them to scroll down and find out more about the brand. This helps to obviously engage and encourage them to stay on site. As I scroll down further, we see the ability to tell a story. So this is one of the beauties of using animation within our interfaces. We're able to tell a story that an otherwise static element couldn't. So as I scroll into this section, we have the copy, "We are a full service agency," cross out with the X flash behind it. So this is telling the user that we absolutely are not a full service agency, something that we really want to communicate to our clients as it's one of our USPs. So if that's the case, then what are we? If I scroll down into the next section, we see the background animate across and the copy animating from the bottom. The copy says, "We are specialists in technical marketing that drives measurable change." Absolutely what we are, and again, telling the story to the user about what we are and what we specialize in. So from this section, as the user scrolls down, we have a line that animates in and the copy "See for yourself" animate up from the bottom again, encouraging the user to scroll down and find out more about what we specialize in. So we have our services then listed below, the key things that we specialize in, and therefore telling the user what we do and encourage them through to those individual pages. So you can see here how those three sections of the page have told a story to the user and encourage them to find out more about our brand. Okay, so there's just a few examples of animation that we've used on the Erudite website. You could of course go heavier with the parallax, add more videos, or think more about what's going to trigger those animations. Is it going to be scroll, click, or perhaps after a specific goal has been achieved? There really is lots you can do with animation, but ultimately we need to make sure that we're considering the user's experience and how it will be impacted. Are they going to end up engaged and on their path to conversion, or will they be leaving without performing those all-important goals? If you enjoyed this video, then please do subscribe and click the notification bell to get notified of future videos, and drop us a comment below. Let us know how you've used animation within your interfaces to improve your user's experience. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.